Well, hello, and welcome to Tim's Brick Adventures. Whereas in the immortal words of Forrest Gump, this show is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. So, fun little episode. And as you're watching this, I will be probably either A, setting up something for Brick Fair, Virginia, or digging through parts somewhere or talking to someone at Brick Fair, Virginia. So hopefully I will see some of you there. I wish I'd see all of you there, to be honest. But if not, know that I'm with you in spirit. And like I said, several other videos, I'm going to try and do a live stream so y'all can see some of the greatness there. I won't be having anything because I'm working and flying, so I'm not going to try and take anything up there. I may take my buffalo kits and see if I can sell a few of them, but beyond that, I'm just going to have fun and just have fun. So this episode is kind of a continuation of the 72-hour community stream that I got to take part in. And thanks to Johnny G, who requested that I build some 90s sets. I looked through my brick set list, and I didn't have very many, but I did have a couple of what probably not my favorite theme by any stretch, but it is a really cool, fun theme, and that is time cruisers. So I built this set. I started on my stream, and I think I finally finished it on Dude Jude's stream a couple nights later. So I wanted to share, because these are really kind of a cool theme. There's not very many sets, and to be real honest, once you see them, this is one of them themes. You can literally take a box of parts and build your own stuff, because that's kind of what they did. It's just a mishmash of everything, and really fun. I mean, it's a really cool idea, and to be honest, I just found that I have the two sets, but I may try and put together some other sets because I did some homework for a change, and I've got numbers and people names and all kinds of good stuff. So let's start with what I have, and then I'll kind of talk about what I don't have. Because some of you may have some of this other stuff. I know it's a relatively popular theme. And there's a lot of you that have the older stuff. I didn't get into it until 2010, so I don't have a lot of stuff prior to that. And my Lego that I had when I was a kid was the 60s and 70s stuff, which was very basic stuff. So excuse me. I'm gonna quit jabbering and start with the set that I built. It is 6494, and it is the Magic Mountain Time Lab. And it is a magic mountain for sure. Let's see here. Let's get my unglowing face off and show you what I got. So this is it all kind of together, and almost makes them modular. Somebody could do a really cool modular out of this, but for playability, it has a locking there, and then it actually folds out, and you get a nice long playing. I apologize for the shadow here. I promise at some point, that's even worse. There we go, that's better. So at some point, like I said, I will do better about lighting and all that good stuff. But I'm just so excited to get new content out that I just got to shoot video. So all kinds of stuff going on here. It came with these minifigs, and this is Dr. Cyber. And then guess what? It must have been that I like this theme, and I didn't realize it till I looked it up on Bricklink. But the hero is none other than Timmy. Yes, Timmy, my younger counterpart. Or as my daughter calls me, Timmy. That's French if you didn't know. And then there's this little cool robot figure. Not sure. I was going to do a little history, look up the history, but y'all can do that. Because what I found, and I'll explain in a little bit, the villains, they called their stuff time twisters. And these guys, this is not time cruisers. And then there's a skeleton figure. I'm not sure. I think he actually has a name. And I'm sure the robot has a name. And then there was, oh, this Timmy came in the little ship. So you build this little flying ship. And like I say, they just threw stuff together. There's no rhyme or reason. You got a propeller. You got these kind of viaduct things. These are actually cool. They come, I see, I think they were in black, yellow, and I know for sure green, because I bought a bunch of them in green to make these flower, to make stalks. And then there's these really cool flowers that I've seen that are like this big. One of these days I'll do a parts thing and kind of just crazy parts that I've come across over the years. But yeah, this is kind of a fun little thing. And I mean, there's nothing there, not much there. I mean, anybody's little shoebox full would have parts to build something like this. And apparently time cruisers, I don't know if this is where the monkeys originated, but that's where they are in most of the sets. And so I love that. I ended up buying a whole bunch of them back in the day because I use them for lots of things. And let's see, I think we got, this comes out and it's like a little rocket ship. Got the, you know, into the great beyond. I know. I haven't had anything to drink yet today. So that's really kind of cool. And it fits, and then I'm not sure. It's just, they just really kind of did it up. And I'm guessing this is some kind of ray gun. They do show, I think in the instructions, they have, yeah, they have the monkey. He's running the ray gun on the cover. Watch out, world. On the backside there, he's vicious. You gotta watch out for him. And there's some others. That's the thing with these. They call it time cruisers, so I guess they follow along because you get all of these really great helmets. There's a nice, cool knight. And it came with the underwater, an islander helmet, another diving, and looks like a peasant hat. So really cool stuff. And some weapons. And then if you come to the backside here, this actually, there's some barrels and you can shoot barrels. They've got, I don't know what the point of that is. And then of course you got this interactive thing here. Kind of cool. And it looks like the doctor can, Dr. Cyber. You know, that's the thing. These are, the figures are kind of cool, but I think you could come up with some really cool figures and do this. While I'm talking about this, and then I don't know, you got a little prison door back here for something. And there you go. There's an expensive little item right there. That tree is probably, what, there's six pieces to the tree and the base. And I think every one of them, cheapest you can get them is like 90 cents for one of those little sections. And then the base, I think a couple bucks. So there's like a $10, $12 tree. And lots of lerps and burps in this set. And these are really cool. I love these parts. I buy them up every time I get a chance to throw them in my cart because for space. That's something, I've got a really cool space layout, but I think I tore it apart. So never mind. So I threw this monkey in, He's got a cowboy hat. Of course, we're in Texas, so, you know, some monkeys have cowboy hats. And he, Banana, got his lunch with him. Let's see. So that's really kind of it. It was fun. It didn't take very long. I spent maybe 30 minutes because I built something else that on my stream. So I spent maybe half an hour, and then and most of the dude's show was an hour. And so not too bad. Then the only other set I had was it's called the Hypno Cruiser. And you can see why, because when you drive, that wheel hypnotizes you. And again, just a crazy conglomeration of parts. They like these yellow rocket parts and the yellow wheels. Looks like this got the heavy duty carburetor and kind of cool. Got the wings on here, and these lift up to get in, because this set Timmy and another Dr. Cable. Now I couldn't find the Dr. Cable figure, so I don't know where he disappeared. And then back here, they have their cart full of hats, and they got even different hats with this pirate hat. Another different color space helmet and trifold, and then yet underwater, because you never know when you're going to have to go diving. Oh, and a different night hat. Oh, and even a Forester Robin Hood hat. So that's kind of cool. You load that thing up. Never know what you're going to get in there either. And so that's pretty much, yeah, I don't know. Gotta be more, there we go. I got them in there. So that's kind of cool. Got these, I think these silver darts are now kind of a little bit, chrome darts are a little bit worth something now. And I thought maybe the propeller turned, but I guess maybe it doesn't. And then the thing, they had the monkey here was hanging on as he traveled through time. So, yeah. Oh, I see. Okay, that's a technique bar, so you don't want, that's not big enough for their hands, so I don't want to break that. But so that's a cool little set. I think that's all I had. I swear I thought I had the Twisted Time Train. And then there is the Flying Time Vessel. And you can look these up, 6493 on Bricklink. It's really kind of cool, but I think I could build it. The only thing you need is some ship parts, the rigging. And I think somewhere I have some of that. So I might try and put one of them together. And so apparently there was 3 really main sets that were Time Cruiser, and they came out in '96. And then in '97, they came out with the villains, I guess. And they called them the Twisted, because they have the whirling, there was a couple little vehicles, spaceships thrown together, the whirling time warper 6496, and I've got 6495, but I didn't write the name of whatever it was down. I think it's, I don't know. And then there was a Time Tunnelator, which is kind of a cool ship, and the Twisted Time Train. Now, I want to say a friend of mine, Chris Giddens, known as Fazoom, he has a show on Monday, a live stream show on Mondays and Thursdays called Old Gray Brick. He is a phenomenal builder. Space is his thing, so he took this Twisted Time Train and did a very modern version of it, and it is awesome. So I will please check it out. I will put the link to his Flickr page and the album that it's Time Cruiser 2, I think, and he did the train, and a couple other things. I don't remember if they were remakes or not, or if they were just his own creation. But the train, I wish he had more pictures. So, and I may, if he's still got it, I may ask him if he'll add more pictures to that, or find out where there are more, because it's well worth checking out. There's just the 3 vehicles. But when they did so when they had the villains, they then came up with Tony Twister or / Baron Blomberg. Now, disclaimer, that is not the correct face and not quite the correct torso. You would have thought, with all the stuff I have, I would have had the correct torso. That's pretty close. And the torso, or the head, and the torso, you would have thought I had that too, because there was a lot of them out there. But this one's close. I think the other one, it's got the red, it's got actual zippers. And actually, my friend Joey Menuso, he uses that the actual torso for this, for his sig fig. So that's kind of cool. So you got some villains, and there's a ghost. Instead of monkeys, they have ghosts. And then there is the other guy, and I don't know how. I must in a buy collection. He was literally in a bag of figures, just like that. And this is the correct torso, and it's a little hard to. It's not as readily available, and that is the correct face and hat. I had to hunt everywhere. You would think I'd had yellow epaulets everywhere, but I had to hunt high and low to find the 2 to put on these guys, because I wanted them as accurate as I could get them. So I do have the villains, but I don't have any of the sets of the twisted, the bad guy sets. So definitely check them out. I don't think they're real expensive, and honestly, parting them out, there's no stickered pieces that I can see. The only parts you might have problems with are some of those helmets and stuff, might be kind of expensive. I know the monkeys are expensive. I just was looking at them. They've now, I think they're $10 more or more. The minifigs themselves, $1.50, $2. I'm actually going to try and look for some of the parts to make him correct while I'm at Brick Fair. Those set numbers: Twisted Time Train 6497, the Time Tunnelator 6499, and the Whirling Time Warper 6496. And like I said, I didn't know right down what the name is, 6495. But you just plug in Time Cruisers on Brickset and you'll get all of these. So it's just a fun, cool line. I don't even remember how I found them, but I've had this set, the Magic Mountain Lab, sitting there laying around for years. A friend of mine had it, and so I traded him for something else for a long time ago. And the Hyper Cruiser, Hypno Cruiser, apparently I bought it. I must have gotten it cheap somewhere. So I'm always on the hunt for the less expensive, not cheap, less expensive alternative. So with that, I appreciate you, and thank you for checking in again. Like I said, I will be having fun doing something at Brick Fair when this comes out, 11 o'clock. I'm trying to have a regular schedule with at least one video a week, and right now I'm trying to do Wednesdays at 11, so you can kind of mark your calendar for that. If I get things really rocking and rolling, I'm going to throw some extra videos in, but I'll be totally gone all next week. So that's all I have for now, and I hope you check out Time Cruisers, and like I said, check out Fazoom, Chris's his Flickr. If for some reason you forget my link or don't check, Chris Giddens, Giddens, his name on Flickr, and I would check it out anyway, because he's got some great space. I don't know if they're on there or not, but the new Buzz Lightyear movie, he literally he's working towards taking every spaceship in that movie and building a Lego replica out of it, and he's done quite a few. Some of you, if you were at Brick Fair or at Brick World, he took them up there, and I think he got an award or honorable mention, but he got recognized for them because they're beautiful. So very talented man, and I get to be on his show once in a while, and I love it. We're all older guys talking about Lego. What more could you want? So I do want to have a big shout out. I got a lot of great comments my last video with my art, sharing my artwork, and I thank you all so much. A couple of you bought shirts, and I thank you very much for that. I will say these seem to be really, this is one of them. This is the type shirt. They're very soft, and there's a lot of colors. Now what I will say, and I think I fixed it, the design itself should have been a little bigger, and so I think I went in and corrected that. I wasn't paying attention. Every time you do one of these t-shirt sites, there's always new things you got to figure out to how you set up your store and stuff. And I'm still working Spreadshirt, but that is the one that a lot of everybody else is using too. So they probably pretty good, and the prices are fair. So wow, 20 minutes I managed to jabber on. So see y'all next, or I may see y'all next week if I do something live. And until the next video, thank you very much. Y'all have a great night.